I got a bump with it, ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with it, ain't not fun.
I'm an airport baby, I'm too fly to count. Counting the cash, yeah, it's too high to count. I'm pretending with a fake, yeah, they too fake to doubt. Acting like they are what they not for their clout. They just sucking my blood, they can love what you count. Flowing like water, three with the snows on the ops gonna pout. They all in the sewers and south in the clouds. I'ma stay down to the sun, on the floor to the sky.
This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Go ahead.
Here's the veteran. That's Jeff Wilson. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. This defense for the Packers, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Tua sets up to pass it. This one thrown underneath to Achane. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. In motion comes the tight end left. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. You look at this Packers defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Looking to pass. Tua. Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Packers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
They begin with a run by Miller. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 46 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 27. Inside handoff now, Miller. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The Packers at 10-1 now on the year. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Pressure applied, and he he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Play action this time with Love. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16. But they get the conversion anyway. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll give it up the middle to Miller. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Again, it's Miller. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year and 12th overall. And the Packers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 20, here's a 2nd and 5. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they could do their damage a different way, break a few tackles, and really scatter some people, can't they?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Go ahead.
Tua going to throw. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Dolphins are going to get a fresh set of downs. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. You look at this Packers defense. They were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often. Well, already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. Who are you going to cover him with? A linebacker, a corner, a safety? They feel like he can win every battle.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Love now. Escaping the pressure right. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Musgrave's got it out right.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield, and if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice gain. So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. They'll run. It's Miller, and they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 1. A give, running right, Achane.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Tua getting it quickly out to Waddle.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9.
Now Tua.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Following the interception, Love.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Some of the big boppers in the game traditionally have been safeties, and he certainly fits that mold. He lets his pads do his talking.
Third and 12.
Love looking to throw it.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
This is caught inside the 15. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Christian Watson.
His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Packers are able to stretch out their lead. Patterson now for the extra point.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
And Patterson back out there to sim this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run with Wilson out of the shotgun. And down to the 36-yard line here. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And Hill is going to have a Dolphins 1st down as he'll get the ball down inside the 30. Up for middle, Achane.
And fights through one man. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
A yard, all they need, but it's third down. They'll run for it with Achane.
And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Here's Tua.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
And the Packers are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, not a gain that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
They'll run it again with Miller.
And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On 3rd down, Miller. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On now is the Packers punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Watch out for Hill on the return. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Tua, a final shot before half.
Throw caught by Achane.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, They'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Running left is Miller. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Here we go, set.
A first down carry now for Miller. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now 2nd and 5. Throw caught by Musgrave. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Mustang 19, go! 7 Pirates, go!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jaden Reed, 50 yards. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, magical spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
A give left side. Here's Achane.
Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Packers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Now Miller, he's had a big workload here tonight. And bulldozing his way through. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
67 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
On play action. Love to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Cam Smith taking him down on the corner blitz.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Off the play fake, Love. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
And the Dolphins are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Got an open man, finding Hill on the comeback route.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Tua sets up to pass it.
This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to pass. Tua. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Packers force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
75 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 2. That is caught. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Here's a give to Miller. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 10 more there and another first down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And he'll be well short of a first down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
44.
And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the 4th quarter. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And just not a whole lot here to be had on the ground. Maybe a yard. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 9.
19 Lions. Set. Come 19. Come 19. Set, go.
To throw now. Here's Love. And this is caught. Touchdown, Packers. Jaden Reed with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Packers extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. And now it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. Well, call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the... And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That one caught downfield by Watson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Love. Throw left side complete. That's Miller. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Now a handoff to Miller. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone.
He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
The drive starts with a run from Achane.
They find some open field here. There he goes, right side. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Devon Achane, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this is recovered by the Packers, so that might just about do it. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
They'll give it up the middle to Miller.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action this time with Love.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage to try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Oh, design run for their wideout. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
And Watson has it, right side. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Let's go now.
Love.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd and 10.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
That one complete down the field to Smith.
And all the way down to the 36-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Tua. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Here's Tua. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, first and goal.
21G, 21G.
Tua going to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. One final try for Tagovailoa. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Odell Beckham there to make the grab. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory.
Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
To win, to back ends, moved up, look up, I'm flying, yeah, I'm free now, see now, society's time me release now, crazy.